What's going on, everyone? My name's Lior and I'm with Compass out of Boston, and in this video we're going to be doing a deep dive about what it's like to live in Davis Square in Somerville, Massachusetts. So let's get at it. What's going on, everyone? This is Lior with Compass out of Boston, and in this video I'm going to be talking all what it's like to live in one of the quirkiest, hippest neighborhoods in all of Greater Boston, Davis Square in Somerville. Now, two super quick things before we get into it. You guys already know the drill. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, smash that subscribe button for me, guys. And number two, if you guys are thinking about doing anything with real estate anywhere around Greater Boston, hit me up. I get so many calls from you guys watching my videos, and I absolutely love it. Let's jump right into today's content. And like I said, Davis Square, I'm sure you've probably heard of it if you live currently in Massachusetts, around the Boston area. If not, it is literally one of the most hippest, quirkiest neighborhoods. Today, it has students, young professionals, old-timer folks as well. And it really is just like an incredible blend of culture, art, hip shops, cafes, restaurants, bars. It really is something incredibly unique. All located in the west part of Somerville, really close by to Tufts University as well. So what we're going to do in this video, I'm going to break down what it's like to live there from 4 different perspectives. We're going to start with things to do in Davis Square. Then we're going to go into food and restaurants and bars. Always really important. Number 3, we're going to be talking about transportation and lifestyle convenience. And then I'm going to touch on housing prices, so you guys can get a feel of what the prices are in Davis Square. One, which is things to do in Davis. So one of the cool things about Davis is it's actually got a ton of different festivals. Obviously, when the weather's warm, from basically spring to fall, it's got a lot of different quirky and very cultural festivals. For example, one of them is called Art Beat. So you basically have a ton of craft vendors, music stages. You have like interactive art visuals, food, drinks, all that fun stuff. And it actually even happened this year in 2020 with COVID. Obviously, it was virtual, but still, these festivals continue going basically no matter what. You've got a ton of other different festivals. If you just search Somerville festivals, you'll see a huge list. Another thing that's cool about Davis is it's the home of the Somerville Theater. That theater has been open, I believe, since like the 1914. It's a really old theater, but it does have 5 screens that still shows new movies and new movie releases. It is located right in Davis Square. And the other thing too, it actually is home to a number of different film festivals, including like the Independent Boston Film Festival. So again, makes it pretty cool. Another thing you can do in Davis, the Somerville Community Path goes through Davis Square. So if you don't know about the Somerville Community Path, it's basically along, there's no vehicles on there. Really nice for walking, biking. If you go there when the weather's warm in the spring, summer, or fall, you'll see usually a lot of people walking. Really nice place to walk around. And this is going to be a long one, which is restaurants, food, and cafe. Davis has had an extensive list of restaurants, cafes, bars. Honestly, probably one of the better squares around the area for such an amazing variety. So I'm going to list a couple of my favorite spots. It's not even going to be close to an extensive list, but some spots you might want to check out include Rosebud, which used to be a diner, now is kind of a restaurant. Serves great comfort food. Also has a great bar with some cool drinks. For the weekends, it's a great place to get brunch. Another place is the Painted Burrow. This is a more kind of like a modern Mexican place. I think they say it's called like the modern Mexican street food restaurant. Really great food, great overall, great drinks. It's got an awesome little bar section as well. So on the evenings, especially on the weekends, it gets pretty crowded there. They make some really good drinks. Another great place is Red Bones. It is a southern barbecue place. That is really good. Probably one of the better barbecue places around the Boston area, in my opinion. They've got like hush puppies, corn fritters, amazing mac and cheese. I've actually even catered from there. from them, and it's really, really good. I mean, their barbecue is obviously really good as well. And one other suggestion I'll throw out there is the Flatbread Company there in Davis. So it's basically a pizza shop that makes really, really good it's like thinly sliced pizza, basically flatbread. And the cool thing is it also has an adjoining Candlepin bowling alley, so you can go there, grab some pizza, have some drinks, and then bowl at a really cool, you can do Candlepin bowling. And bars. A lot of these, like I said, a lot of these restaurants do have their own bars. And there's a great selection of that in Davis. Some other ones I'll point out that are really good, they're really fun going out to. The Burren is a staple in Davis Square. Most people have probably been there if you've lived in Boston for any significant amount of time. But it's a really cool bar. Also serves food, of course. But they have live music, I think almost 7 days a week. Really great environment there. Another favorite of mine that's actually not really well known is Saloon. Saloon is actually a Prohibition era speakeasy. So it's basically you kind of have to go down. You have to go down a set of stairs from street level, but the actual bar itself is incredible. It's got this like super classic, maybe 1930s, 1940s look to it, but it's like it's got an amazing vibe to it. Really, really nice, and the drinks there are absolutely incredible. So if you've never been to a speakeasy in Boston, Saloon would probably be one of my top ones to check out as well. So those were just some of my suggestions. Like I said, there's actually a ton of other restaurants, a ton of other bars. There's some really unique cafes that I haven't even mentioned, like the Oat Cafe, which is literally what it sounds like. It's a cafe based on oats, so they have great, they have menu selections based on that. But I think you kind of get the gist. Davis Square is really good for that. Transportation and lifestyle convenience. In terms of lifestyle convenience and shopping, if you're going to be doing food shopping, you do have a number of options. There is a Be Fresh right in the middle of Davis Square, which is a great little supermarket. If you wanted something a little bit more traditional, if you will, and you're willing to go just outside of Davis and to really nearby Porter Square, it's like a 3-4 minute drive from there. You can go to the Star Market there, but you also have some more niche down stores. So you have like a McKinnon's in Davis, which is a meat market. So overall, whether you're going to shop in Davis or you're going to go right to the neighborhoods right by it, there's really is a great selection of different supermarkets and stores for shopping. Now, in terms of parking and transportation, parking is a little tight in Davis Square, right? So if you're gonna go there, it might be, especially during popular hours, say on the weekend or an evening, it might be a little tough to find parking. So I would definitely suggest you take the T, right? So the Davis is on the MBTA red line. Super convenient. You can go from Davis right through Cambridge and eventually downtown, right? So you can go from Davis into Harvard Square, Porter Square. You can get into Kendall and then eventually go into Boston. For all of you guys commuting as well, if you're still, if you're commuting, if you work downtown, work in Boston or in Cambridge, but don't necessarily want to live there, you can, obviously having the red line makes it super convenient. And finally, I'm going to touch upon home prices in Davis. The fact that now the fact that we talked about all the different amenities, all the different things you have to do over there, and along the fact that you have a T going right through Davis Square, you can imagine the neighborhoods has gotten pretty expensive. Your typical condos, let's say on your older product, right, something that may not be necessarily recently renovated, your prices typically are starting at about $700 per square foot, give or take. But obviously, as you get into nicer stuff, if you're going to be looking at new or newer construction, that price can go certainly to $800 and even mid 800s dollars per square foot. So again, obviously, it's become a really expensive area because it's so desirable. I mean, there's just so many things going on in Davis, between the film festivals, the Somerville Theater, the Community Path, all the restaurants I talked about. It really is an amazing place to live in. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. If you guys have any questions, any comments, any thoughts, shoot them below. And like I said, guys, I get so many calls from you guys watching my videos, and I absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about doing anything with real estate around the Boston area, hit me up and I will take care of you.